Barcelona, Spain, November 4, 2024.
Mira la papelera.
The torrential rain front that is lashing the Spanish Mediterranean coast last Tuesday has moved towards the southern half of Catalonia and has caused numerous incidents. The cold front or Dena has flooded streets and roads around Barcelona, including El Prat airport, which has suffered partial flooding of its facilities, affecting some 50 flights.
Bueno chicos, esa es la entrada. Como veis, nosotros no podemos ir a trabajar a no ser que querramos venir en
This time, the authorities have acted with extreme cautions. The Generalitat of Catalonia has sent red alert notice to various Catalan regions of the Dena headed north. In Barcelona, all mobile phones received the alarm at around 10:30, which include a message in Catalan and Spanish, urging citizens to avoid unnecessary travel and stay away from streams and ravines for the next 3 hours. Among the measures adopted by the Catalan government was the suspensions of classes in schools and universities in the most affected areas. In addition, the commuter train service was interrupted until 2 p.m. Firefighters in the capital received almost 150 calls for incidents in a couple of hours. In the southern regions of Catalonia, some roads were blocked from traffic, and photographs of roads turned into swimming pools with cars floating in them were circulating on social media. Some of these routes connect to El Prat airport. In addition, high-speed trains have been interrupted due to the flooding of a tunnel near El Prat.
¡Qué locura! ¡Vámonos!
The storms that have been hitting Baix Llobregat since early morning have caused the cancellations of 153 flights and the diversions of another 18 throughout the day, according to airport sources. The first problems were reported at 7:20 a.m. Subsequently, the airlines decided to cancel services. In total, 945 operations were scheduled for the day. However, the Valencia region, where the vast majority of the people affected are located, has finally been able to escape this deadly Dena. The yellow warnings is not only active in the north of Castellon. Read a message from the Valencia delegations of the State Meteorological Agency. Although variable weather is expected in the area over the next few days, with some scattered showers, they will be of low intensity.
Va a hacer orilla de una playa esto.
Ahí la moto, no, va a parar el...
In a disaster area around the city of Valencia, emergency units from civil protections and firefighters continued their work on Monday to search for missing people and clean up public roads, many of which were still blocked by hundreds of vehicles and other objects. The aim was also to deliver medicines to places where shops are not operational, as well as to restore basic services such as a water supply where this has not been possible. In dramatic statements, the passengers themselves who managed to land on time at the airport explained the trauma suffered by the intense rains that fell in the Catalan city. The service on this line, the main railway artery in Catalonia, as it is used by high-speed trains between Barcelona and Madrid, was re-established on a single track shortly afterwards. This causing delays on this route, which is operated by companies Renfe, Aereo, and Uigo. The intensity of the rains has also caused several rivers to rise to the point that the Catalan Water Agency has issued an alert for possible overflow in the Francolí basin. With an unusual flow as it passes through Tarragona, Baix and Llobregat, which flow at 115 cubic meters per second.
Mira, mira.
In fact, the Minister of the Interior has insisted on asking citizens to take extreme caution, avoid approaching streams and ravines, especially in the Maresme, and to be aware of the alerts to protect themselves, since the rain will continue to be intense and dynamic despite the fact that the Dana is coming to an end. Catalonia will provide aid to Catalan municipalities without a mandatory civil protection. The President of the Generalitat has announced that the government will provide technical and financial assistance to Catalan municipalities at risk of flooding that currently do not have the mandatory civil protection plan so that they have it current and up to date. He said this at the press conference on Monday afternoon, after heading the Dana Monitoring Committee at the Pulau de la Generalitat to assess the situations in the areas most affected by the storm. Barcelona City Council is once again offering 100 beds at the emergency shelter for people affected this Monday, following the rainy season. The facility is located at number 161 on Rementura Street, in a Pobleno neighborhood next to the Barcelona Social Emergency and Urgency Center.
هذا البلد المبارك السعيد اخوان ديالنا الاسبان الله سبحانه وتعالى ان يحفظهم في هذه